I couldn't escape the cops. It all started when we lost our family business. Our restaurant was closed down and we were left with very little money. I was in my sophomore year of school, and that event completely devastated me. I lost all the focus in my studies and started getting low academic scores. That caused me to lose my scholarship, which was solely based on my academic performance. After I lost the scholarship, I lost all hope. My school was really expensive, and I had only been able to attend there because of the scholarship. The fees were piling up, so I had to find some way to pay the school. Dropping out was not an option. I sat in my dorm thinking about how I could come up with such a large sum. My parents were already running out of money, and it would take me years to make that with the job I had. I called my friend Rebecca to see if she had any ideas. "Why don't we rob that store in the corner?" she said. "Are you crazy?" I replied. "Hear me out. They must have insurance. We'll get our money. They'll get theirs. It'll all be okay," she said in a comforting tone. It seemed like a terrible and ridiculous idea by all means, but it was the only one that made sense to me, so I agreed to go with it. The next day, we went to the store to buy the essentials for the heist. We bought black hoodies, masks, a bag, a hat, and a fake gun. We came back to my dorm and spent the rest of the day making stickers to put on Rebecca's car's number plate. The day of the heist arrived. We put on our hoodies and took off in the car. Rebecca was in charge of the getaway, so she was driving. I was in charge of the going in and robbing. As we neared the store, I put on my mask and hat and took out the fake gun. Rebecca parked the car in front of the store. "Good luck, Jennifer," she said as I was getting out of the car. I stormed right into the store and started shouting with my hand raised in the air. "Everybody get down! Don't try to be smart and make me use this gun I have in my hand." There were only a few people, which was a good thing. They all got down as I said. They were scared, and so was I. I turned to the cashier and started shouting, "You, put all the money in this bag!" I handed him the bag and he started to fill it with cash. Everything was going as planned, but suddenly something happened. Something I hadn't planned at all. My phone rang. "What a silly girl, I forgot to leave the phone in the car," I thought. I took the phone out of my pocket to cut it, but I saw it was a call from my dad. I knew that if I didn't take the call, he would keep on calling, so I had to pick up. I looked around at everyone. Nobody had moved. I quickly picked up the call. "Hey, look, it's not a good time. I'm busy," I said. I cut the call even before he said okay. I got distracted for like half a minute because of that call. I looked at the cashier and he was almost done, but I couldn't wait any longer. I got anxious, so I grabbed the bag and ran out the door. Instantly, as I got into the car, I heard police sirens coming towards us. "God, Rebecca, we're in trouble," I said. "No, we're not," she replied, and started speeding the car. The cops were right on our tails, and Rebecca was driving for our lives. Right then, my mom called. That was not what I wanted at the time. I quickly picked up the phone and answered it. "Hi, Mom," I said. "What's that sound?" She instantly replied. She must have heard the police car in the back. "It's nothing. Must be an ambulance or something. I gotta go," I said, and I hung up. We were dodging car after car, but the cops were still behind us. I was stressed and nervous to the point that I felt sick. To add to the stress, I got another call, this time from my dad. I got so angry that I wanted to throw the phone out the window, but I took the call anyway. "What?" I said in a rude tone. I couldn't listen properly, so I put the phone on speaker. He was screaming in joy. "Jennifer, we won $1 million in the lottery!" And you won't believe it. They got it from the same store we robbed just minutes before. I instantly regretted it. He kept on talking. "We're going to be able to pay for your school now." I felt like crying. "I am happy, Dad," I said and cut the call. Rebecca was paying more attention to my call than the drive. She drove the car right into a tree. We were both fine, so we hurried to get out of the car, jumped some fences, got into an alley, and hid behind some trash cans. Rebecca couldn't stay silent for a second. "So your family has $1 million now, huh?" I gestured for her to stay silent, but she kept on talking. "I hope they pay for my school as well. Otherwise, I would go to the cops and tell them this was all you," Rebecca continued. "I dare you to test me, Jennifer." I didn't think for 1 minute she was joking around. I couldn't believe that she was threatening me. I felt betrayed and regretted ever listening to her. But I told her I would talk to my dad. This was the only way I could stay out of jail, especially with her wanting to throw me under the biggest bus ever created. As soon as things cooled off, I directly went to my dad's, leaving Rebecca behind. I went in and told him about everything that had happened. He gave a disappointed sigh. Jennifer, I understand why you did all this, but now the right thing will be to go to the cops, he said. I looked at him in shock. You want me to go to jail? I said. Look, we should do what's right. I'll always be with you, but the right way, he replied. I also realized that doing what is right would be better than regret. So I agreed, and we headed towards the station to go to the cops that I was running from.